Hello, everyone! I don't know if this is a common stream thing or not, but I always find it incredibly awkward to start these. I haven't apparently watched enough streams because I need to become more acquainted with how people start. I mean, I watch streams, but I usually end up catching them like halfway through, so I don't really know, like, do I have to tell you what's been going on? I don't know. Anyway, this is a little known fact about me, but I really, really love Nancy Drew games. My friend in college, Laura, used to got me into them. I played one in high school, but then she got me into them, and she actually bought me the game we're going to play today. I think last year for Christmas, and I just never got around to it, so I'm really excited. I haven't played a Nancy Drew game in years, probably, because I just graduated in May, so now I have free time again. But we're going to play Midnight in Salem, which from the intro sequence looks like there might be ghosts. Haven't watched too much of it, but let's get into it because I cannot wait to get back into mysteries. I have a notebook already. We are set. Okay. Midnight in Salem. Yep. Make sure you guys can hear it. Alright. New game. I'm going to be honest, I'm just going to do an amateur sleuth. I'm not very good at detective games, and I usually end up missing something, so maybe if we get enough practice, we can come back to it.
Dear Ned, Austria has been wonderful so far. Dad called. He wants me to get an old relic while I'm here, the Book of Apologies, which dates back to the 17th century witch trials.
The Book of
in Salem.
Apologies.
I'll be going to Mosam Castle to retrieve it before I head back to the States. It's said to be haunted, so I'm expecting.
So there are ghosts in this one.
Ever yours.
I do always love the premise that her dad is just sending her random places to retrieve items, and half the time there's murders involved, because, you know, your dad's just like, whatever, there's crime, it's fine, details. It's kind of a throwback, because it was like 2 years since the last time they made a game.
That's alright, Miss Drew. I prefer to stay out here. Why? It's so warm and inviting in here.
You live in a creepy-ass room.
Yes, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. All of Judge Sewell's effects are there, just as your father requested. Although, I will tell you, as I told him, the desk is locked, and I don't have the key. But I will gladly stay and answer any questions you have.
Well, that shouldn't be an issue for me. I'm pretty sure in other games we have unlocked drawers.
Opening the window for some light. No electricity here. Well, in that
No electricity in this room, but this is a great guest room. Sorry, I'm distracted by my boyfriend trying to find his headphones. He found them. It's fine. Can y'all hear what's going on, or am I just sitting in silence? Alright, we're getting a thumbs up from the audience. Alright, let's open the windows, get some light on in here.
much better. What a wonderful view.
I mean, it's not really that great of a view. Yep.
You know, that room used to be a prison cell. Mosam Castle was the site of the most famous and violent witch trials in Austrian history. The Salzburg witch trials predate the Salem witch trials by 17 years, actually. After the incidents in Salem, Judge Sewell willed his personal effects to be preserved by whichever museum would have them. And since we are the premier historical reference on witch trials, it ended up here. So, you've seen his Book of Apologies. The book written by Judge Sewell? Oh, no. I've never actually been in that room. You mind if I ask why? Is there something scarier in here than...
There's gotta be. This is where the ghost lives or something. Ah, yeah, the ghost exists here. Because otherwise, like, why would you be that scared to come into this room and not be able to see these very special objects?
Can't say I've ever seen one, but they are non-corporeal by definition.
Now, I believe that's not exactly true, but I'm not entirely sure. I think there was a ghost in one of the things I saw, but it probably ended up not being a ghost. I don't remember. This was several years ago, but I tend to veer towards the Nancy Drew games that have ghosts, because it's great. Anyway, I'm saying it's not really that great of a view. I mean, there is a mountain, I guess, and a tree, but I mean, I've seen prettier ones just even around here where we don't have mountains, but especially some places like the hills or Colorado. This definitely looks like a prison cell. Anyway, we've got a nice desk. Click there to turn. Alright, apparently that's not how you do it. There's some candles. Ooh, I can go towards the candles, I think. Alright, creeper. Oh, shoot. I'm not doing great with this.
Malleus Maleficarum. Wow. The hammer of witches itself. Gives me chills knowing what it did. Yes, indeed. A how-to guide for hammering out witchcraft. It was written in 1487 by a man whose name I won't even bother to mention because he used bunk science to send hundreds, if not thousands, of people to their deaths.
I do think this is going to be interesting. I don't know if this is exactly true. I should probably look that up at some point, but like, the witch trials in America are fascinating, and I know they did do a lot in other countries, so this wouldn't surprise me if this is all legit, because they tend to do that. The judge should act as follows in continuation of torture. First, you should bear in mind that just as the same medicine is not applicable to all members, but there are various and distinct styles for each several member, so not all heretics or those accused of heresy are to be subjected to the same method of questioning, examination, and torture as to the charges laid against them, but various and different means are meant to be employed according to their various natures and persons. Now, a surgeon cuts off rotten limbs and made you sleep are isolated from the healthy, but a prudent judge will not consider it safe to bind himself down to one invariable rule in his method of dealing with a prisoner who is endowed with a witch's power in taciturnity, and whose silence he is unable to overcome. For if the sons of darkness were to become accustomed to one general rule, they would provide the means of ending it as a well-known snare set for the destruction. That is something weird that happened in the witch trials. It's just basically, if you say no, we'll torture you until you say yes, which I guess that's kind of how science worked at that point, but not the best. Oh, I could have had an easy to read version. That's good to know. Oh, yes, per chat. The cell phone is usually just your cell phone. You can call someone. I can call either my dad or my boyfriend. Or I can send a message. Just chatting about stuff. Just talking about how we're going there. Generally, I can take pictures, so that is helpful. If there's something that I need to take a picture of. I'm assuming it's like the older games where you can go and actually walk to the phone because some of these games predate cell phones being commonplace. You could walk to the phone and call like Ned or your boyfriend, or Beth or people like that and be like, hey, here's a weird situation. Do you happen to know anything about it even though you're not here at all? Alright, how long have you known my dad?
Oh, Carson and I are not that close.
I'm just here to get the book.
I'm the historian keeping track of all the relatives. And as you guessed, we should have the book of apologies.
Nope.
Somewhere.
Lucky I was already here on vacation. I was quite surprised when he called and asked me to come. Though I have to admit, visiting a castle is something I've never been able to turn down.
Do you do these kinds of things a lot?
Quite often.
From time to time.
Alright. But usually in these games, just like any other game, it's supposed to exhaust all the things. So let's talk about Austria.
I do enjoy it here myself. I'm not from Austria. I was brought here The food is quite an experience.
The pancake soup was great.
Pancake soup.
Ratatouille. The locals consider it traditional.
That sounds interesting. Can I hear more about this pancake soup? That's not an option. What else can you tell me about the Book of Apologies?
The Book of Apologies. As I mentioned, it's the book written by Judge Samuel Sewell himself, detailing the names of people accused of witchcraft. Sewell was one of the very few judges who regretted his actions. The book became his way of finding redemption. Sewell himself was originally from England, but acted as a judge in the Salem witch trials. Do you
Interesting.
perhaps know why Carson would need such a book? Just out of curiosity, of course. It's just such a very unusual request.
That's pretty unusual.
Do it as a favor for the current judge in Salem.
Oh.
I'm sure some sort of a Salem history, but that's still a little weird. I wonder how this works as an apology, because he wrote down everybody's names as a form of apology, but I'm assuming this is already after they had died, so it's just like, oh yeah, Bob Johnson's name's in the book, don't worry about it.
Take all the time you need.
Alright, so clearly I'm missing something in this room.
Some of this stuff looks very old, but it doesn't look like it's very useful.
But how do we know? It's covered in blankets.
Some of this stuff.
Oh, that's the same thing. Alright, there's a...
Chest. That won't open.
I suppose we probably don't want to pick the lock right while she's here. That seems weird. I can't see any of those. What is that? Oh, not related. Is there anything you can
You
look
said
at here?
Judge Sewell was a pious man. Yes. He believed in the healing powers of the good book. Of course, the Bible was also used to justify executing people.
Yeah, win, isn't it?
Someone's reading it. It's often misinterpreted. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Sounds like a man full of regret.
Yeah, he doesn't sound like he's doing a lot of good. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Give ear to my prayer, O God, and hide not yourself from my plea for mercy. Give ear to my prayer, O God. God, have mercy. He was having a little bit of a mental breakdown, it looks like. Can I rotate this? Oh, there's nothing on the back. Alright. Well, that was cool. Is there anything else over here?
Hard to tell how far up we are.
Useful? Ah.
There really isn't much here.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Judge Sewell was a Puritan. They believed they should only have purposeful or utilitarian possessions.
So is all this stuff his?
Outside their state of use.
Like, I get that they think there's a ghost, but is this literally just been left alone forever, or what? Ew, mold.
Dr. Hurst?
Yes, I'm here.
I'll get back.
Alright, so I'm apparently missing something in this room, but I'm not sure what, unless I can scoot this direction. Nope. Ah! Well, somehow I turned myself around. Ah!
Sewell's desk. Yes,
I missed the giant desk, apparently.
time working when he wasn't in court. Custom made. If the Book of Apologies does exist, he would have written it at that desk.
And what's inside this alleged book?
Your father didn't tell you? It was a ledger.
I believe we already
All the
discussed
names of
this.
the accused witches from the Salem witch trials.
Nancy's got a bit of a memory problem in these.
Convictions, and he wrote the book as a means to make amends.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Alright, that's cool. Interesting. Oh.
Locked.
Darn it. Alright, so we need something that's shaped like that. I'm gonna write it down because I don't remember shapes very well. Key. It's wonderful. I don't know if you can see my notes, but... Alright. Alright.
Locked.
How do I back up? There we go.
I found a letter.
Oh, there's a letter that no one's found.
What does it say?
I do regret to write to you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit is too great to determine a conviction just. He asks for her forgiveness and for God's.
Well, I'm assuming that must be somebody who is on that. I'm gonna rotate it before we read it. Nothing too exciting, but one never knows. Dear Abigail Hawthorne Woodley, I do regret to write you in this state. I have been racked with guilt as my fervency of spirit was too great to determine a conviction just. Relentlessly I have cried for his mercy, longing for his light to bathe my conscience clean. Over recent years I have been sent punishments only attributable to God's wrath. 2 of our daughters have perished, my wife's mother as well, and our latest child did not draw breath when born. I must repent, lest my children forever be held in anger and contempt by our Father. To right the wrongs made in zealous blindness, I am writing a book I call the Book of Apologies. To be worthy of his mercy, I am traveling the world to note down all the names of those wrongly accused of witchcraft. Let this be my final legacy, my only right way to right the wrongs I have helped create. My guilt allows me not to ask for your forgiveness, though I know that my soul remains forever tortured by the knowledge of what I have done. With regret, Doctor Judge Samuel Sewell. Alright, so he's traveling the world to write down all the people who were accused of witches, not just his. I thought it was just people he had sentenced as witches. That's interesting. What? What in fact does it mean? Does it mean I get to leave this room now? Cause...
Dr. Hurst?
Yes, I'm here.
Nope, it does not. Just watch the whole game is just played inside this room. Is there something else at this desk? Nope. So we already pressed that. These are clearly witches and or nuns. I'm not sure. It's kind of 50-50. We have the note. Ah. We found the key. Oh, well, that's the key. I guess I didn't need to really write that down now, did I? I mean, it's not super convenient to have... Oh, that's not the key. Never mind. Oh, yes, that is far more narrow than that. What was I thinking? Well, what was that other desk that was locked? Was it this one? Oh, shoot. No, not that. Let me see the desk.
There really isn't much here.
Yeah, I am aware. You're making me deal with it now. Where's that other desk that was locked? I swear there was one in here. Was it not this? I'm just gonna keep turning around. That seems like the best bet. If I just use the key on this. Nope. There isn't much there. Yo, do you know what this key is for? Nope, she doesn't.
Take all the time you need.
So it wasn't for that desk. This does not appear to have a key. Keyhole anywhere on it. What was that? I swear I saw it. Oh, it's that. I'm not interested. Alright.
There really isn't much here.
There's a barrel. We looked at the barrel yet?
There really isn't much here.
Thank you, Nancy. Well, this is going great. Oh, hi, Z Protect. Do you happen to know where I'm supposed to put this key? Because, I do not.
Some of this stuff looks very old.
And or what I'm missing.
Very useful.
This is the difficulty I have with Nancy Drew games, is I usually get stuck right away, and then I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, and now I'm no longer interested, because I'm a bad gamer. I get mildly frustrated, and then I'm just not into it. Yeah, I know there's not much there. What's that book again? I mean, if you're asking if I've taken a good look at that desk, probably not. Come to that. Nope. Alright, that is that drawer. Oh, there's another key! Nope, never mind. No. Oh, there's the key slot. No. That's just that key again. And that one doesn't fit. I really want that to be a key or a keyhole, but it does not appear to be one. That's just the thing again. Yeah, nothing in Nancy games is obvious. We want you to make use of the lock mechanic.
Doesn't fit.
I'll say it's frustrating because it's like, obviously if it was like actual Nancy Drew would just be able to pick this lock, but she doesn't want to do it because there's a lady right there who's like, it's an antique desk. What's that say? Search Seawall's desk. Sure, we'll call my dad for help.
Hi, Dad.
How the hell do you get into an old desk?
The scenery is gorgeous, and I'm loving the food. Not to mention mysterious castles are my jam.
I mean, same, to be honest.
Yeah, archive. You?
Ah. Dumpster the decks. I think they'll love that, yeah.
And then you thought of me. Don't worry, Dad. I don't mind.
That
at
is
all.
true.
I live for cases like these.
Interesting.
Right, I see.
I wonder what sort of legal dispute it would be related to, because this is a historical object.
No problem, Dad. I'll get back to it. Talk to you later.
Alright, thanks, Dad. That was utterly unhelpful. So, something about... There's something that still just does not sit right with me with this part. I don't think this is it. But it's also very creepy. Anyway. Nope, can't put that back in. Okay, I was just thinking if there was a way to rotate that. Oh, that makes so much sense.
What a clever desk. It even
Yay, it only took me like 20 minutes. I'm too tired for this. I got coffee earlier and I should have gotten more instead of just water. Anyway. Trying to, I'm assuming, get the cube to this area.
Yep, I'm coming.
easy.
Oh. Oh, shoot. There we go.
I found it. It's here. What?
Is that the Book of Apologies?
It's locked behind some
Ah,
cage
yes
door.
it is. There's a
The lock
book.
says A.W. Any ideas?
Hmm.
W? No. But I
So
have
someone
some
else
tools
has
in
found
the
this
shop that
lock.
might be able to cut it free. In my shop. I'll go. Meet me there.
Yes, let's cut open the antique box. That seems best. Can I just
The Book
grab
of
it?
Apologies. It's locked.
Okay, but can I pick it up? Nope. I'm guessing I'm supposed to follow her. She finally got done standing there so I can go follow her. Good.
This way.
Where is that? Dr. Hurst?
I mean, it looks a little apologetic, but oh,
Nancy Drew.
Deirdre Shannon.
Can I call you back? I'm in the middle of...
Listen, I know we haven't exactly been besties in the past, but
Yeah,
I'm in the
this
middle of
is-
something big, and
Deirdre, I have to call you back.
wait, don't hang up on me.
Click.
Elizabeth?
I don't remember this series enough to know.
Hey, what are you doing?
This is why we bring the book with us. Like, I can take the cage, it's fine. Did he climb out a window? Alright. Oh. We're still running.
Stop! Stop!
I'm impressed that he climbed out a window in a giant castle. Where'd they go? It's gonna keep clicking. This is now a high-speed case. Chase. What?
Gotta move slowly. Come on.
Deirdre! I don't know you, but I already hate you.
Gotta figure out which way they went. Must be a clue here.
I don't know. I'd be for picking all that up. Ah, they went to Boston. Interesting, interesting. Global Travel Airways. I'm going to start at the airport.
Boston. This canister looks to have been used as a homemade smoke bomb.
That's cool.
A.W. Same as the desk.
It's just life sometimes.
Hold on. Okay, no, I was thinking that was the same key we found earlier. What?
Yes, Deirdre. What is it?
You just made me lose a very expensive book.
Salem. As in, witch trial Salem?
Obvi. Come on, Drew. My cousin has, well, she's gotten into some trouble here, and I thought I could help her out. But it turns out the situation is much more complicated than I anticipated. So now I'm calling you.
Isn't
to
it
ask
always?
some guidance.
You want my
So
help?
you know I can't give legal advice, right?
I could use your professional opinion, okay?
My professional opinion is probably a college student.
Is connected to Boston,
Okay, I'm
which
just trying to
is
be
just
quiet because
nearby
my
Salem.
girlfriend's streaming.
And I was never a big believer in coincidences.
Oh, are you sure?
I'd love to.
Seriously?
I thought I had reached a dead end, but it looks like I have to go to Massachusetts anyway. In any case, a fresh perspective
Just
would do
hop on a
well.
plane, it'll be
You're
fine.
already annoying me, and you're not even here yet.
You're welcome. I think it might even be fun.
So, this is so the worst idea I've ever had. I'll pick you up from the airport.
Like, it's great that we're just gonna go to Boston and find it, but why not call, like, the airline and see if they can tell me whose ticket that is? Doesn't that seem easier? There's gotta be some sort of identifying information.
I'm just glad you didn't change your mind and leave me at the airport.
Might have crossed my mind. Keep the excessive cheeriness under control, and we'll be fine.
Eh.
No promises.
Where were you?
Yeah, Deidre is kind of a bitch, not gonna lie.
I interrupted.
It's like, hey, I need your help, also I hate you.
Can you bring me here to help with a case?
Yes, I did. And that's it.
Yeah, I brought you here. Now, please leave, because you're annoying me. I don't need help anymore.
Was
Oh,
anyone
no.
hurt?
Happened in the middle of the night. No one was there. The house wasn't completely destroyed, but the person who lived there had to move out. Just so we're clear, this is my case. I know you're a...
It's weird that
and
there was
everything,
somebody who lived there that they had to move out,
It's
but they were
family.
gone. I guess they could have been on vacation. I don't know.
Extended. And from my father's side. But whatever, that's
So,
not the point.
second cousin twice removed. It's fine.
You take my lead, okay?
Of course.
But...
Well, I have done this a couple of times, Deirdre. And in my experience, we can cover twice as much ground if we work side by side.
You know, respect your experience and whatever, but family trumps experience. It's sensitive, and I don't want you messing it up by being too...
To what?
too... you. You're a question
Too nosy.
This requires
Literally.
gentle
But we're trying to solve a mystery. We have to ask questions. That's like 90% of it.
Your approach.
Well, like I say, I need help.
So, can I ask some questions?
Like anyone could stop you.
Right. Sure, let's hear about your extended family.
Extended family.
So that's the
There's
choice we get.
The Perrys. Parrry.
Oh, like in fencing.
Ah,
Yes.
big fences.
Older one, May is younger. They had a difficult childhood, okay?
How so?
And now May is suspected of committing arson on the most important historic mansion in Salem. And I know it's not true. I know it.
Okay, but how do they know it's arson? I'm sure they did a whole fire investigation and stuff, but like it's also an old building, but I'm sure it's been updated for modern day appliances. Stuff happens. Wiring is weird in old buildings. But alright, why do they suspect her?
Tell me about May.
She has a reputation as a troublemaker. Seems like a loner to me.
Doesn't mean she's a
Maybe bit
narcissist.
odd at times. Sometimes she can even sense things before they happen.
Ah, so she's a psychic
I don't
arsonist.
know. Troubled teen stuff. Difficult time as a kid.
oddest thing is, she won't give an alibi.
That would be seen as suspicious.
She was doing something she doesn't want anyone to know about.
Everyone is so suspicious of her. Prejudice, I guess. Because of... well, you'll see.
Sounds like we should talk to her soon.
Where do you think we're going?
Yeah! Like, why would they immediately jump to arson? I think that's kind of a great question, because it's like, yes, I get it. Maybe it's just because this whole thing is big pressure, and we're also dealing with stuff in Salem. Maybe they're involved in the lawsuit. I don't know, but they're immediately like, weird kid, totally you did it. I don't know. But, anyway. What about the other kid?
She's worried about May, obviously.
I would assume so.
She's upstanding. She works at the Salem Museum and doesn't know a thing about criminal cases, which is why she contacted me.
I want to know why May is such a troublemaker. I just feel like it's going to be a completely normal person with, like, one nose ring. Because that's kind of how Nancy Drew works. It's like, she's a huge troublemaker. Yeah, she's definitely a witch. 100%. You're right, Werewolf. Like, there's no question. She is the, not ancestor. Like, the grandchild of one of the witches of Salem is just
One more
still out casting spells.
Tell me about this historic mansion.
It's called the Hathorn House, and it's old.
Hence historic.
Really old. And now it's been set on fire.
Alright.
Nothing else? to
Old,
mention about
Bernie.
Well, yeah.
Good.
A lot of things. But one that's kind of why you're here.
it? Which is why.
The Hathorn House is haunted.
Haunted. So is that why it's special? Because it's haunted? Is there some sort of historical significance to it? Like, why are we so obsessed with this house? Yeah, it's old, but there's a lot of old houses.
Haunted.
Exactly that.
There are ghosts.
Ghosts.
What else does haunted mean?
I don't believe it either, Drew. But I can't explain it. Everyone seems to think they exist. With so many sightings, even if it isn't real ghosts, something is definitely going on. I thought that maybe you can disprove that. So, would you please get out of my car and come inside?
So you don't want me to help with the arson case at all, you just want me to look at the ghosts, is what I'm hearing. That seems kind of like a waste of my talents. Also, I agree with joining the ghosts, or the witches.
Side.
It'd be a lot easier
To keep up with
to
this.
solve these cases if I could just, like, magic those drawers open, because apparently it takes me a while to find the keys.
You must be Nancy. Thank you so much for coming.
Well, there's the normal one, apparently. Where's the crazy sister?
For 20 years, and you'd expect your neighbors to be a little more understanding when your family is falsely accused of a horrific crime. Oh, I'm sorry. How are you?
No, neighbors never are.
I'm good, thanks.
Especially if you're in kind of a rich neighborhood, they're immediately like, you did this.
Well, out home. Although right now my parents are literally on safari in Namibia, so while their daughter is being convicted of a crime she didn't commit, I'm taking care of things around here. They'll be home soon. Hopefully. A very expensive courier is tracking them down in the bush. Top notch. I found him on the internet. Deirdre tells me you'll be assisting.
That's
her
a great
in
sign.
her sister's name.
Assisting?
Yeah. No, I'm assisting in clearing the ghost's name. The ghost committed no arson in this case.
Difficult reputation.
Nose ring.
Well, you know, Deirdre, what people here can be like. She doesn't trust easily in that sense. I'm sorry, are you hungry? Here's clam chowder, homemade. A little taste of New England. I made up the guest bedroom for you, Nancy. Deirdre, sorry, you're bunking with May. Make yourselves at home.
Ah, darn.
I almost forgot.
Gotta
After you
bunk
girls
with the
get
weird one.
comfortable, You two should swing by the museum. Might as well take in some history while you're here, right? Just don't get suckered into that witch's walking tour. Olivia Ravencroft is not a witch. She would have you believing all kinds of nonsense about the town being full of ghosts.
She's also a
I
witch,
thought
huh?
you two used to be friends.
That was a long time ago. Look, I'm sorry, I gotta go.
We're over it. She turned into a witch. I'm no longer
Thanks,
interested.
Tia. I appreciate you letting us stay. Before you go, do you have time for a quick question?
Nancy, we just got here.
Sorry, I know you're in a rush. It would really help.
Of
Deal.
course, I have time for one question. If
Go
it'll
ahead.
help.
I'm gonna have to choose multiple questions. Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely 100% go on that witch's walking tour. Like, I'm hoping it's like the actual historical sites in Salem Village, but I don't know. I always thought that place would be really cool. Okay, do we want to know about the building or do we want to know about May? 50-50. I want to know about the building, I think.
What can you tell me about where the fire happened?
What have you heard about it?
Literally nothing. There is a building.
But I
It's
don't
old.
want you dragging all that up and upsetting May. You told me she would be able to reach her. That's not the...
That's not what Nancy is asking about.
No, I want to know the
Sorry
location.
if I wasn't clear. I just thought since the Hathorn house is important to the town, you must know about it. Through the museum.
That would make sense.
I'm so sorry. The Hathorn house fire. Yes, John Hathorn was one of Salem's...
Was there a Perry house
Large
fire?
house estate was the oldest surviving structure from 17th century Salem.
Oh, is that all?
What's the oldest building?
2 questions. I said 1.
Not anymore, it's not.
But yes, he was also the big-time judge that presided over the Salem witch trials.
Is there some other fire I need to know?
Ah, I was wondering, that name sounded familiar.
Accident wasn't a fire. I just don't want her getting upset with unnecessary questions about things long over.
Oh, she's a burn victim, and that's why she's an
All about
arsonist,
that
apparently.
when you come to the museum.
That seems like a big stretch. Alright.
You jerk. Tegan said you've been in town for days, but you haven't come by.
I know. I had to check in with your case at the, Look, I didn't want to bother you.
Didn't want to
How you
bother.
holding up?
I've been accused of worse.
No, you haven't.
Hey, at least you got
I mean, the fire-themed leggings really aren't helping anything at this point.
Oh, this is the girl I was telling you about. Nancy Drew.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, what up? Okay, well,
Oh,
she's not interested, but
she really doesn't want to talk. This could be difficult. Any advice?
Do
just
better.
start talking about ghosts. It'll be fun. Do better. Same. That is the most important advice of anything. I have a notification. I need to talk to Tegan in the museum and talk to the judge. Alright, what do you have to say, Deirdre?
We don't have all day.
What were you doing before you
What were
picked me up?
actually doing before you picked me up from the airport?
What do you mean?
You gave May a non-answer when she asked why it took you so long to stop by here.
She was taking a nap.
Yeah, because I went to the police station.
And
And they're still going through the evidence. And when they found out I was May's cousin, they started...
Oh.
they thought she did it.
Everyone does. So, I
So,
went to check
like,
out the Hathorn house. and I
correct me if I'm wrong, Salem is not a small enough town for everyone to think it's this one person they've heard about, right?
Weirdo there who told me the ghost was going to steal my soul. It was totally creepy.
I mean, they
And then I
probably
found out
will.
that everyone in this town believes in ghosts, so I didn't enter.
No one's gonna look into the guy who said the ghost is gonna steal her soul? Alright.
Did the police give
Seems
you
a little invested.
anything at all?
They told me there's a Judge Danforth in town, and he's going over the particulars of the Hathorn House estate. I found his office, but he kinda never let me enter his office. Believe me, I tried.
I mean, you are related to a suspect?
But enough to get through his door and have a conversation.
Alright, are we going into town or what?
Sure.
Who could gain something by burning down a house? Insurance claim, maybe?
Yeah, the insurance, somebody really doesn't like that house, somebody's trying to get rid of a ghost.
Start interviewing.
There's a lot of
See if
options.
anyone checks off those 3 boxes.
And in your experience?
It's usually something much more personal.
Which makes sense. They hate that house. They hate the ghost that lives there, and they want to get rid of just anything related to the history of that place. They are a witch, and they want to get rid of any witchcraft things. Let's start a tour.
Don't tell Tegan that's your plan.
It'll give
overview of the town.
You mean
That's
I
true.
want to meet the real witch of Salem?
Yeah, I do. She might know something.
She might.
I wonder why Tegan doesn't like her.
You don't have to investigate everything, Drew. Olivia steals Tegan's visitors, sounds like.
Yeah,
You really want to do the dumb tour?
You don't have to
kind
convince
of.
me.
Side by side. Gotta be honest, it does sound more fun in the museum.
I don't think so. I think the museum would be pretty fun, but I also like museums. Let's see. Green Power is the kind of detergent she uses, if in case anyone's curious. Is there anything we can look at? There's a candle. Informative. Yeah. Oh, wrong direction. See, I was just playing a different game that goes the opposite direction with the mouse ball, so now my brain does not want to process this. Oh, I didn't want to go upstairs. I just wanted to look to see if there's anything. What's up, Tegan? Oh, wait. Oh, May. Other
Nice to
person.
meet you.
Yeah.
Can I creep?
Do you mind if I look around the house?
Ugh, you're so weird. I'm done talking, okay?
I'm going to take that as a yes, because she did not say anything about not looking around the house. Aw, that's cute. Although I do always find it weird in these games where they have actual pictures of people and it is clearly not the people in the game, because I mean, and we got some people.
Patagonian Highlands, Outback Safari, Survival Guide for the Rainforest of Myanmar.
Oh, they're
Very
far
got a
too
real taste of
outdoorsy.
adventure.
I'm what I like to call indoorsy.
Rust be gone. Now that's handy. Never know when a bit of stubborn iron oxide will get in the way of investigating.
I'm just gonna, yeah, hang on to that and apparently steal their rust be gone. But it's helpful, because again, like, stuff happens. Oh, some nice pictures. Can I look at these? There's a lighthouse. We've been to a lighthouse, I think. I assume Nancy Drew has had to have gone to a lighthouse at some point. Can I not go down this hallway? Alright.
I probably shouldn't be in May's room without an invitation.
I mean, it does specifically say keep out. I mean, honestly, this is kind of my aesthetic, so I don't know what they're talking about when they're like, oh no, she's awful. I don't know. So what is this room?
Oops, wrong door.
Ah,
Is at the end of the hall.
darn, I'm trying to snoop here, if you'll just let me deal with it. Alright, we're in a guest room. There's... She's very confused about candles. Like, is it weird to have candles in your house? I have an entire bookshelf shelf full of candles. Like, the flower.
Peaceful from up here.
Yep, it looks like a neighborhood. Nope. Darn it. Alright. Ah, we've got a coven from Tegan. Oh, there's nothing on the back. Ah, would not have figured that she was the witch. Are we positive this is the guest bedroom? I want to go down that way. Alright, let's go chat with people again.
Hi.
Hey, talk to me this time?
I'm talking, okay?
Huh? Nope. Can I interact with her and these things? Like, hey, do you know what this photo is? No, I cannot. Good to know.
Are you ready to leave yet? We don't have all day.
Why not?
Ned! Hi!
Aw, Ned.
How've you been? Thanks for finally picking up.
You called me once.
Busy on another case, huh? You know, you should really enjoy yourself more, Nan. Life's too short to be working all the time.
I mean, I'm on vacation
Fun. Besides,
in Salem.
time doesn't take a vacation.
It is
Speaking of
true.
which, how's yours?
Ned, come on.
Yeah, 1 second.
Sounds
What?
like you were having fun.
You know, standard fare. Nothing too crazy. I miss you, Nan.
I miss you,
Hey, give it back.
too.
Nancy, I'll call you later.
Call you later, Nancy.
Okay. That was a weird situation, but I frankly don't have time to deal with it. Alright, let's go to a place. Do I get a choice of a place, or do I just... Oh! Sorry about before, I was stressed. I cannot tell who this person is. Is this Tegan or is it May? Which one of them had brown hair? I frankly don't remember either of them having that. But if I see a familiar face, I'll just go straight toward it.
Visitors, by now you know the story of the witches of Salem. Those poor souls were caught in a time of fear and
Although most people don't. A lot of people still think there was, like, setting them on fire, and in fact they were just hung.
Oh, this should be
Hanged.
the world would have you believe witches were not real. I'm not talking about old, ugly women who curse their neighbors, cry on bridges.
It's me. I'm that witch.
They have always been real. They are alive and well. They
I mean, I guess if you look at them in, like, the Wicca sense, I don't know.
beyond the one we see. Ritual, mystery, magic. Most exist now only in secret, and they may.
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I went to a witch store one time when I was in Des Moines. It was really interesting. There were a lot of crystals, which I don't really understand, but they were pretty, so.
Set on revenge for the deaths of the Salem witches. Their ritual.
They gotta get over it. It's been hundreds of years.
Unleash the angry spirits of the past.
So cool.
The spirits can deal with it, but hey,
Thank you. Now,
that is that same blue.
interested in the real history of the witches of Salem, I provide self-guided tours through some of my favorite locations in town. And perhaps you too will see one of the restless dead.
Why do I feel like she would just set it up to have somebody in a sheet, just like in the middle of it,
There was
being...
a thief? What were you doing there?
Visiting a spooky old castle. You'd have liked it.
Do you regularly fly to Europe for investigations?
Yeah, sometimes.
And if you want to learn about being a witch, come forward.
Is it Halloween or is it just always pumpkin season? Alright, anyway. Yeah, I want to know. Tell me about witchiness.
Well, nothing too bad, I hope.
Did you know that in the Malleus Maleficarum, ginger hair was the sign of a witch? You're my kind of people.
I'm not nearly as talented as you are.
Definitely not.
Shucks. You're making me
Me
blush.
either, like,
There it is. Now
can't
wait a
do any
minute.
magic.
You truly are a witch.
So to become a witch, do I need to take a test or get a diploma?
Yeah, probably that
Witch
one.
is not made with
Actual
pieces.
witch college.
She is born to it and will feel the call.
Mm-hmm.
Bureaucracy is for personal use. We don't need permission. Real
don't live by the rules. Anyway, what can I help you with?
I don't know. It's interesting to think about witches because, like, most teenagers, I went through a witchy stage, like most teenage women, and I saw something that, like, analyzed the fact that it is because we don't live by the rules. It's like we get a sense of power without having to live by what everyone else has decided is a power for us. But that didn't get past high school for me because got too much other stuff going on. Anyway, how'd you perform that? I want to know if she did that. That is not helpful. I am dealing with the theft of very important
I
things.
thought bureaucracy and rules were for persecutors.
That's fair.
If you take my self-guided tour, I promise you will learn at least one secret about being a witch.
Is it how to scam people out of their money? That's kind of what it sounds like. How about the modern coven?
Modern witch coven unleashed ghosts on Salem. About 8 years back, there were
I don't think it would have anything to do with a coven. I think Salem is probably just haunted as fuck.
dead witches to Salem to seek
Which I appreciate.
before the witches moved on.
Is there any evidence of such a coven?
Ever since then, ghost sightings have gone through the roof. Salem is now considered the most haunted place in the country.
Is it? I gotta go to Salem, God.
That the former home of the Hathorns was set on fire.
Yes. I mean, no, but coincidence in the ghost part. Anyway, how often do you do this show? In case I want to catch it again at some point.
It gets busier around Halloween, and I'm sure you can figure out why.
How about the night that the Hathorn house was burned?
You look a little young to be working for the police here.
Do I?
It's nothing like that. We're just curious tourists.
Curious tourists who want to know about burned down houses.
So, you were here.
I like how they immediately went and asked her about it.
There's a ghost
Yeah, you said that. That's part of your spiel. There's only a ghost in Salem? I thought the whole thing was like the most haunted city in the world, like, or in the US at least. Like, there should be significantly more than one ghost.
Lived in Salem for
born and raised.
Coolio.
Of course. Not well. If you were looking for them, Tegan
They're
is at the
very,
museum.
very famous people in Salem, apparently.
We're staying with Tegan. I figured there was some history.
Oh, crazy eyes all of a sudden.
Long time back. We don't talk
She
much now.
does not like that.
Yes, I know her too. Not spoken to her for a long time either.
Heard the rumors about her.
May is a troubled girl, and sometimes such girls get blamed.
I'm sure she's the one who immediately pointed the police in that direction.
Burn down the Hathorn house if that was the crime. People with
You think
mundane
that.
names look
You
for
know.
mundane explanations.
Oh, so you think it's a ghost. So if anyone looks at you with the crazy eyes, look, you just turn around and walk away, because I do not trust her at all, and it's not the weird Renaissance dress that has nothing to do with witches. How else could the fire have started? Electrical wiring, somebody left a crock pot on, like in This Is Us, lightning.
How else could the fire have started?
There's a lot of options. Fire starting weird ways.
Soul in the house when it started burning. Keyword.
Living. The ghost.
Composed of two
The ghost is playing with matches just in the corner.
The light we see every day. It's the trees, the people, the birds. It's our world. You can even see it at night. The dark is the unknown. Plane of existence that vibrates just underneath the light. But if you were in a place like Salem, a place where a painful history permeates every
I do like how this guy in the side is just gesturing wildly.
the dark will appear. Usually when you least expect it. That's why they say don't be out past midnight in Salem. Because the dark may reach out and take you.
Also, did you know
Not
that
great for the
Salem
bar
has more
scene.
ghost sightings than any other city in North America?
But it's just the one ghost, apparently. That ghost is busy. He's very popular. He's got shit to do. Alright, I'm gonna be done. Bye. Peace. I want to know who this guy is gesturing at.
Fire at Hathorn House. We all know certain renegades in this town know something or two about fire.
May Perry. You don't think she'd do it again, do you? She was so
What?
young.
Wouldn't surprise me. Creeping around back alleys with her hood head down. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
Well, with her history, she's bound to already be in the sights of the neighborhood watch. So
I would
we'll
assume
find out.
so. Not that the neighborhood watch can do anything about it. It's like, I wonder how young she was at this original fire, because like, yeah, if it was when she was 3 or something, then...
The road has completely collapsed into the sinkhole.
Oh, that's not good.
Closed it off. The ground is still crumbling.
They should probably have slightly bigger signs, because I did not notice right away. No, I want to see what he's protesting. Oh! Jump scare, God! Alright. Delay? No, dude, come back. Justice delayed is something. I mean, I probably agree with you, but I can't read what your damn sign says. Justice delayed is justice denied. Yes. It's the museum.
The Salem Museum. Prime address for local history and information on the infamous witch trials.
They really lean heavily into this witch thing, don't they? Like, I mean, I guess, whatever.
It'll be more useful to explore the graveyard with a tour guide.
I mean, yes, but is it as fun? Ah, okay. Whew. I keep forgetting she's with me.
Cemetery. I want a picture of Little Liberty.
What is Little Liberty? Remembered that time. Can we talk to this dude? No, he's just chilling. That's fair. Alright. That's a very fun thing to be greeted with. Granted, there was one time when I was going through, like, a museum, but it was the middle of the day, so there was nobody there, and there was a statue like that mannequin in full hunter's gear that was, like, right behind a door. So you walked around the doorway, and, oh, it was so scary. It's not a great story, I know, but, I hated it.
Everything you could ever want to know about Salem's history. From
I'm not a big jump scare person. I'll do it at some point, but
1914.
I think it would be fun to do a horror movie, but I'm gonna hate every minute of it. Oh, yay, there's a ghost tour. Ghost tour? Oh, I can't actually pick them up. She's so concerned about the candles.
There's something off about that bookcase. Need a closer look.
Is there? I think it looks fine. But I'm also generally non-suspicious about that sort of stuff, so I do not like... Oh, God, person. Stop. Turn. Oh, I was hoping that was something. Alright.
Carefully researched genealogy of several accused witches. Their names weren't fully cleared until 2001.
Really? That's interesting. I knew they hadn't been fully cleared until recently, but what if they were witches? I mean, they're not, but what if they were, though? There's mystery door. Discover the most enduring and emotional events in American history. I don't know about that. Maybe? Pumpkin. Oh, I get to choose the pumpkin. Let's go with that one.
This is great. Now to find a nice place to put it.
I'm just gonna steal that pumpkin.
Hey, sorry about the
As one does when they go into a museum.
showcase. So what have you seen in town so far?
We decided to do the Real
Nothing.
Witches tour.
Oh, talk to Olivia.
What's with her getup? Witch? Street magician, maybe?
Probably street magician.
Is she telling the story about a coven living here in the recent past?
Yeah, didn't I see a picture with you and a coven? And or your sister? I don't remember.
I hope you don't mind if we do the tour. I want to see more of the town. And finding out a place's old superstition is kind of a habit I've gotten into. I'm excited to look around the museum.
I mean, there's a lot of superstitions in Salem. Yay, I have a tour ticket. Alright, anyway, I've been doing this for a while and I am getting tired, so I'm going to save this game. And we go back to the full webcam. I hope everybody else had fun with that, because I had a lot of fun. It's going to be interesting tomorrow or whenever I next do this to try and see if I can remember anything about that, because that was always my difficulty with Nancy Drew games, is they'd reference something from a long time ago and be like, I have no idea who this character is, what we're trying to talk about. There's something going on, and I'm sure it would help if I actually kept better notes. But so far, I've just got the drawing of the key. So that's good. But anyway, I hope everybody has a good night. And a happy start to your Thanksgiving week, even though there's nothing going on. But I will talk to y'all later. Have a good night.